Hi, my diamonds, my TikTokers, and my Teletubby SheilaTruelove with you. I got rid of the hazel eyes because that was like a bit much. It was a bit much. It's a cute little look when you want to do something a little different. Get yourself some contacts and you can play with the makeup a bit. You know, I found this pastor. His name is Real Talk Pastor. And when I was coming home in my stretch limo, you know, the bus, my chauffeur, I ran across this and it is so true. Everything this man says is so accurate. How a person treats their mother reveals everything about that person. Now, and of course, you had negative feedback. A lot of these people who want to justify why they don't have or they don't treat their parent properly. But listen to what this pastor says.
Yep. Hey, real talk. Listen to me for a moment. This is to men and women. I want you to begin to pay attention to those who are around you, male or female, and how they treat their mother. See, how a man or woman treats and deals with their mother speaks volumes of who they are. It speaks volumes of their mental space. It speaks volumes of their moral compass. So when you see somebody who can curse their mom out, fight their mom, disrespect their mom, but respect everything else, the streets, the code, all a bunch of crazy stuff. You can respect the nonsense, but disrespect your mom. That is not cool. So what I want you to do is start paying attention to that. My women looking for men, men looking for women. Look at how he deals with his mom. Look at how she talks to her mother. That will tell you a lot about that person. So before you do background checks and all, you don't even got to do all of that. Look at how they deal with their mom, and you'll get everything you need to know about their personality and who they are. Come on now. Hey, real talk. Listen to me for a moment.
Now, you know the reason why I feel so strongly about that, because you have a lot of toxic parents out there. As you will read in the comments, a lot of these mothers ain't worth this and they're not worth that. But then they go and they will hang on for dear life to some toxic, no good man. You see, that's the only issue that I really have with that. You don't sit here and, like the pastor said, you could put up with anything and everybody else and you tolerate so much. But when it comes to your own mother, you're so hard on her. And he's a very wise pastor. I was listening to a lot of his content. I'm going to share some of his content on my, my motivation and power thoughts that I do Monday through Friday. Because like he says, he's a real talk pastor and he's very down to earth. Regardless of how toxic your mother is, Jesus Christ will handle her. That's not for you to do. The same courtesy, grace, and mercy, and let me say understanding, or you're trying to understand, when it comes to hanging on to these toxic outsiders, shouldn't you extend that same thing to your mother? And like he said, you don't need to do background checks and all of this check. No. Let me check out what your relationship is like when it comes to your mother. You're disrespecting her, the way you talk about her. And you honestly believe that God is going to let you get away with it. Like they say, the way you treat your mother, that's the way the world is going to treat you. And if you have children, you're definitely going to reap what you sow through your children. I was good to my mom. I have the evidence. I got the letter my mom wrote to me. She gave me nothing but the highest praise before she made her transition. So I'm good. But I was looking at a lot of the mothers on Facebook. They have several support groups for mothers on Facebook. I'm here on Facebook now, and one of the support groups, and I'm a part of it, not saying that my children are horror stories, but you got a lot of parents who have children who are horror stories. One support group is deleting your grown disrespectful children. Another support group is parents rejected by their children, estranged by your adult children. Healing and support for parents of estranged children. Parents of narcissistic adult children. We already know that they have narcissistic, toxic mothers out there. We already know that. You have more than enough support groups supporting that, but you hardly ever have any support groups that's there to help the mothers. So now they're starting to form a lot of these support groups. They're coming up all on social media. Parents of narcissistic adult children support, what does it say? Support and info. Yeah, this is all real. Okay, that's one group. And then we have our, like I said, parents rejected by their estranged children. And this is all on Facebook. And then you have healing and support for parents of estranged children. Look at this. This is all on Facebook. Because the way these adult children, well, I'm just going to say American and European adult children and how they treat their parents. Because when it comes to Korean, the Asian, whole group of the Asians, like Indian, Japanese, Chinese, even African. Oh my God, the Africans, the way they treat their parents is what? They have the highest respect for their parents, regardless of whether they were toxic or not. Trust me, I witnessed it with my own two eyes. I lived it watching how these Africans treat their parents. And like I said, I have my qualms. It only comes with, I look at divorce court and I look at all the crap that these women put up with, and it's scandalous. No human should put up with that crap. But you'll throw away your mother talking about how no good she is, how she's toxic, she's just a monster. What? Matthew chapter 15, verse 4, sweetheart. Let's look at that scripture, since we was dealing with the pastor here. And here from the easy read, it says, God's law says, you must love your father and mother and obey them. God also said, a person should, if he insults his father or mother. Let me read it from a different translation. It says, God said, you must respect your father and mother. And God also said, whoever says anything, if they even say anything bad to their father or mother, must be, it don't say should be, perhaps they shouldn't be punished. It said they must be put to. And why do you think that is? Like they say, the pastor. He's right. You want to really find out about a person, their true color?
Hi, how you doing, man?
Yeah. Let me play it again.
Hey, real talk. Listen to me for a moment. This is to men and women. I want you to begin to pay attention to those who are around you, male or female, and how they treat their mother.
Notice he didn't say how they treat their father. He's saying take a look at how they treat that mother.
How a man or woman treats and deals with their mother speaks volumes of who they are. It speaks volumes of their mental space. It speaks volumes of their moral compass. So when you see somebody who can curse their mom out, fight their mom, disrespect their mom, but respect everything else, the streets, the code, all a bunch of crazy stuff.
You can respect all that. Crazy man abusing you. You taking him back. You won't let him go. You can manage to do all of that. Yeah, something's wrong with that person. Their mental state is warped. Their thinking is twisted. They have issues. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. Be kind to your mom.